by MPW Mocklink TV and Mocklink Internet, online at mpw.org. Each weekday morning, our local talk segment brings you the people who are helping move our community forward. Let's start the show.
Good morning, AM 860, FM 95.1, KWPC. I'm Jordan Davis. Thanks for joining us this morning for Moving Forward. As always, brought to you by Muscatine Power and Water. Mocklink Internet and TV are the best value in entertainment and connectivity, and getting better with world-class fiber. Subscribe now, and you'll get fiber when it comes to your neighborhood. Learn more at mpw.org. Again, I'm Jordan Davis, and I'm joined in the studio this morning by Krista Regeneder. Hi, this morning, Krista.
Good morning.
We're really excited to have you in, as always.
Well, I'm glad to be here in this rainy morning.
Yeah, rainy, no kidding. Which reminds me, I do want to remind everyone, we are under a flash flood watch until 1 o'clock here today. It is, and be listening there. We've got an alert running every couple of minutes just to keep you in the know about where all you need to be watching out for some of that higher water, because it can be dangerous in certain low spots, especially on a day like today.
Yes, and it's funny because the extension office is right on Isaac across from Hines, and that is a low spot on Isaac, and never fail when we get a rain like this, the cars start floating. Like that's one of those spots to avoid if you can.
Oh, sorry. And I think I heard last time it rained something terrible, that it was something like, I don't know, like 6 foot of water somewhere down there. Like,
there were some spots, and we were out of town when that happened, so I'm not exactly sure where that was at, but I did see that too.
Gotcha. Well, this is really an interesting topic for today, because I don't think it lines up with anything that we were talking about.
No, not necessarily. It's just our world that we're living in.
Absolutely. So what's going on with the Iowa State Extension Office?
Well, we have lots going on, as always. I hope all of our listeners know that 4-H is a program of Iowa State University Extension and Outreach, and it is National 4-H Week. So we've been spotlighting our different 4-H clubs every day on Facebook. We had some county council kids. They tried to paint our windows on Sunday, but it was a pretty rainy day, so it's
that was tough.
It's a little dreary. It didn't stick super well, but we do have the windows painted, and we've been trying to do different things to promote 4-H. And so, if you haven't yet, I would encourage you to like the Muscatine County Extension Facebook page, and then you can learn about some of our 4-H clubs. And just to say, because I feel like I need to say it every time, 4-H is just not for only agriculture, and agriculture is a strong part of what we do and our foundation, but 4-H is about healthy living, citizenship, communication, arts, leadership, science, technology, engineering, math, agriculture being a part of that. Lots of great opportunities. And so if you are just curious, you don't really know much about 4-H, then I would encourage you to give us a like, and you might learn something new. But there's over 300 kids that were a part of 4-H clubs, our traditional clubs, and hundreds more who participated in some kind of 4-H youth development programs in the last school year. So our 4-H year kind of mimics the school year. And so there's lots to know about 4-H. The summer camps that we've talked about before, that's all 4-H youth development. We do in-school programming, out-of-school programming. So we do lots of great stuff with 4-H. And my son had just completed his first year. And as a parent, I really, the leadership that he has learned and the communication skills that he's gaining from being in 4-H are great. So if there's anybody out there that is interested, maybe 4-H is for 4th graders through 12th graders. So if you have a young person, I know our SciTech Club, we're recruiting new members for that, and they prepare for the robotics competition at the Iowa State Fair.
Oh.
Yeah, that's kind of their showcase. Most 4-H clubs meet once a month, many of them on Sunday afternoons or evenings, and that's kind of the business meeting and where they plan like what citizenship activities they're going to do and group activities. But the project work happens typically, robotics is an exception. They do that during their club time. But a lot of the project stuff happens outside of the club meetings, but kids get to do demonstrations. So on Sunday night, my son did a demonstration of his woodworking project, and it did not go 100% as planned, but you know what? He got up in front of the group and he walked everybody through it, and he felt good about it. And that's that learning process that 4-H is all about, experiential learning. And
absolutely,
unless you get out there and try, you don't gain those skills.
What did he build?
He built a birdhouse.
Oh.
Yeah, and so the hard part is that I wasn't around to hear the instructions of how, because he and my dad worked together on it, about what we were supposed to do to put it together in front of everybody. So I wasn't able to be as helpful as I probably should have been. So
did he
we figured it out.
So did he like prepare all of his stuff and then actually put it together right there on the spot?
That was the plan.
That was the plan. Yeah, I got you. I see.
That was the plan. It didn't get all the way together.
Gotcha.
Yes. So he had built it with his grandpa, and then and through that learned about cutting the angles and all of that kind of thing, and how you use the screws and and everything. And so he learned a lot through the process, but I just wasn't as much help as I could have been to get it together.
Right.
So.
Right.
But that's part of it, right? That it's okay, and the fact that he felt good about it, even though he didn't get it completed, to me, really, that showed maturity. It showed that he wasn't afraid to get up in front of his peers and talk about it. He wasn't discouraged by that. So I was really proud of him, and it to me exhibited what 4-H teaches kids.
That's awesome.
Whether it's in agriculture and you're talking to somebody about your livestock animal, or if it's in robotics and you're talking about the robot you built, or if it's in home improvement and you're talking about the project you've done, or visual arts or photography, it's all about those communication skills of setting a goal, figuring out how you're going to achieve the goal, and then reflecting on what you learned and what went well and what didn't go well, and being able to communicate that to a judge. And so that in essence is how, the core of 4-H, and then it can be done in a million different ways. So yeah.
Absolutely. Well, that's really cool. That's really, and 4-H is such an important program because it's not just ag; it's other stuff as well. Which ag is, I'm sure, an important aspect of it because they get kids involved in showing livestock. And that starts before FFA, which is starts with like 8th grade.
Yeah, I believe so. And a lot of kids are in both.
Right,
we have kids who are in 4-H and FFA because FFA is focused on the ag side of it.
Future Farmers of America.
Exactly. And so a lot of kids will do both because then they can exhibit in the exhibit building and do some of the other project areas that include 4-H. And also do ag through school with FFA. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, we work in partnership. I mean, we complement each other.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, that's really cool. So the 4-H programs, and it's 4-H week.
It's National 4-H Week.
National 4-H Week. That's
yes,
awesome.
And you can even change. If you're a 4-H alumni, you can go on to Facebook and go to the frames, and you can put a frame on there for National 4-H Week, or if you're a parent or whatever. And so, I would ask people, if you can, help us raise awareness about, what 4-H really is.
Excellent. So what else is going on with the Iowa State Extension Office?
Yeah, well, Jordan, did you know the elections are coming up? I mean, I know we don't hear anything about it.
It's definitely not on my Facebook, my Twitter, and everything. Yeah.
Nothing at all. Well, I just want to remind people that on November 6th, when you go to vote, or before then, there's a lot of local elections that are happening also. And a lot of folks don't know that the Muscatine County Extension Office is actually a government subunit. So it's a county government subunit. And our mission per Iowa Code is to work in partnership with the land-grant university, which is Iowa State University. So we work together to provide research-based educational programs and resources to Muscatine County. That's what we're here to do. But we are governed by a local elected board or a council. We call them a council. So you will see the Muscatine County Agricultural Extension District, and that is our real name. It's kind of like, our nickname is Muscatine County Extension because nobody wants to go around and say Muscatine County Agricultural Extension District.
Right.
But that's what you'll see on the ballot, and we have 5 openings, and we have 5 folks running for that, and those folks help set the policy and governance. They manage financially, what we're doing programmatically and policy-wise, and also make sure that we're in legal compliance. So I like to let people know, because I'm sure a lot of people get to that point. It's always on the very back of the ballot of like, who are these folks? But those are the ones that create the council that oversees the Muscatine County Extension Office.
Okay, I see. And they're just like the ruling body. They make the real big decisions and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Board of Supervisors for us,
Gotcha.
So, I mean, we just have a much smaller budget. So it's not as well known.
So be looking out for that on your ballot here coming up. And that'll be like Muscatine counties specific. Okay.
Yep,
okay.
and every county has an extension district. So if you're listening from Louisa or Cedar, you'll have folks on your ballot also. It'll just be, and all of it would be whatever county agricultural extension district.
Okay. And is this like a returning position? Like these are folks that have already been on the board, or is it new?
Well, we have 5 people running, and 3 of them are returning, and 2 are new. So we have a healthy mix of that.
Excellent.
We have 2 people going off of our council as of the end of December, Mary Maurer and Joanne Christofferson, who both have been wonderful mentors to me. They've been on since I've been hired, and I'm going to miss them lots. But I think it is also healthy for any board, commission, council to have new people coming on and bringing new ideas and insights and things.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. What else is going on?
Well, I thought that I would mention, let's talk about the evening with Jim Pease. We have an event coming up tomorrow night. Jordan, we've talked about the Master Conservationist class, and I know Hannah Howard has also talked about this because it's a partnership between Muscatine and Louisa County Extension and the Nature Conservancy. Well, we are graduating our class on Thursday, so tomorrow night. And with that, we are having an open to the public presentation by Mr. Jim Pease, who is a retired professor from Iowa State University. He was a wildlife specialist with Extension and Outreach. He also was the founder of the Iowa Master Conservationist Program. And I have not seen Jim speak yet, but anybody who has raves about him and says he's a very engaging speaker. He has lots of information to share. And his topic is going to be reflections on Iowa's rivers and their future. So I'm really excited. And we do have some spaces available. It is free and open to the public, but we have to have an RSVP for just seating capacity. It's going to be at the Environmental Learning Center at 7:30 Thursday night, October 11th. So if you are interested in attending, all you need to do is give us a call at the Extension office, 263-5701. Or you can email me, which is Krista R, Kristar, at iastate.edu. But I'm really excited about this because, again, everybody just says Jim's a really captivating speaker. And since he's the founder of the Master Conservationist Program, I think it's really cool that we've been able to secure him to come for the graduation. And we wanted to open that opportunity up, to more people than just our graduating class.
And you said he has a topic of conversation, a specific topic he wants to cover?
So he's going to be talking about the Iowa rivers. So the reflections on Iowa's rivers and their future, is his topic for this evening. Yes.
Okay, so is that
on October 11th?
Is that going to be covering like the health of the river? Like, now I don't know. I guess I don't really know.
I'm gonna look at the flyer really quick. I'm not exactly sure. He's a naturalist. He's a consultant. He's been a wildlife extension specialist. So I'm assuming he's going to talk about conservation and how that factors into the rivers. But again, I have not seen him before.
Well, I'm curious to get his take on the Asian carp issue because I know that they're moving. I know that I can't remember if they have moved this far north yet. I know that they
Yes, they have. The only reason I know that is so with this Master Conservationist class that we've had for the last 7 weeks, the class participants are doing online learning between each class, and then our evening classes every Thursday evening are at different places around the county focused on conservation. And we went last week to Port Louisa and the National Wildlife Refuge, and that was a fascinating tour. And that question was asked, and they have had Asian carp. They said Ron Kanopik said that, and he's the manager of that area.
Yeah, they're actually doing some really interesting things to try to stem the flow of them because I went to school down in Hannibal, Missouri, and we had hunting grounds that they would flood each year for duck season, and there were Asian carp. They would move in there in like 2 days. It would flood, and they'd be there.
Yeah.
They move quick. So
and that's what they do at not the Asian carp part, but that is what they do at Port Louisa National Wildlife Refuge they manage the water and they flood certain areas and they create that habitat for the migratory birds and
Yep,
So
awesome.
yeah.
Really, really cool. That should be a really fun one. I'm
Yeah.
kind of hoping I can
Yeah.
attend that myself, and that's
We would
tomorrow
love
night,
to have you
7:30. Right?
Yep, 7:30 at the Environmental Learning Center on October 11th, and we just need an RSVP, so we make sure we have enough seating, and you can call the Extension office, 263-5701, to put your name on the list.
Excellent. Well, time has just flown by.
Yes.
Krista, I had no idea
I
how
know,
much time we
it's
spent
all,
talking,
it
so-
always happens that way. Well, I will leave you with saying that I would encourage folks, if they want to have a taste of what's going on at the Extension office, if you send me an email or if you call the office and give your email, we are sending out a monthly newsletter, and it's not big, long, and laborious. It's just kind of highlights of upcoming events, programs, resources that we have. So if you'd like to be added to that mailing list, contact us however you can, and we'll add you to that.
Excellent. Well, thanks so much, Krista. It's been a
Thank
pleasure
you.
having you on.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jordan.
Once again, Krista Regenetter joining us from the Muscatine Extension Office to talk a little bit about all the things that they do, all of their programs, and also their involvement in things like 4-H. So that was excellent. Thanks so much, Krista.
Thank you.
Once again, this is Moving Forward, brought to you by Muscatine Power and Water. MockLink is always Muscatine's fastest internet, and gigabit speed is coming. MockLink TV beats satellite and includes video and music streaming. New subscribers save big, even more when you bundle. Learn more at mpw.org. Again, I'm Jordan Davis. This has been Moving Forward right here on the voiceofmuscatine.com.
We'd like to thank MPW